You know, life has a way of pulling us in every direction at once. Some days it feels like your mind is racing, your heart is heavy, and everything around you is louder than usual. And in those moments, it's easy to react out of fear. It's easy to react out of anger, out of stress, out of frustration. But here's something many of us forget: calm is something you find, calm is something you choose. Not because life is easy, but because you deserve peace, even when everything around you feels out of control. Welcome, my lovelies. This is In My Opinion by Oli. I'm your host, Oli, and today's episode, let's talk about what it really means to choose calm. Not in a perfect world, but in your real life, with your real problems, with your real emotions, real history, and real heart. Let's talk about why calm matters. Calm is more than being quiet. Calm is clarity. Calm is protection. Calm is strength. When you choose calm, you stop letting other people control your emotions. You stop reacting to things that don't deserve your energy. You begin to hear your own thoughts again. You start to feel human again. Calm doesn't mean you ignore your problems. It means you face them with a clear mind instead of a stressed heart. Most of us don't choose calm because we don't feel like we can. We think, I'm under too much pressure. Maybe you start to think people keep stressing you out. Or maybe you say, I don't know how to calm down. Or maybe you say to yourself, I'm just an emotional person. But choosing calm is not about switching off emotions. It's about not letting those emotions run your whole life. Let's look at real life situations where calm can feel impossible. Choosing calm is hardest in moments that matters the most. For example, when someone hurts you, a message left unread, a broken promise, a disrespectful tone, a misunderstanding that suddenly feels bigger than the relationship you are in. You feel the anger rise. You feel the sadness hit. You feel yourself wanting to react immediately. My lovelies, in this situation, calm says, take a breath, feel the emotion, respond when your heart settles. Here's another real life situation when life doesn't go as planned. For example, bills have to be paid and they are unpaid. Delays, disappointments, unexpected changes in your lives. Calm doesn't magically fix these things, my lovelies, but it stops them from breaking you at that moment when you remain calm. Here's another situation when your heart is tired. Healing from old pain, your heart feels tired. Trying to grow, your heart feels tired. Trying to unlearn habits, your heart feels tired. Trying to be better than you were yesterday, and your heart feels tired. All this take energy from you, and sometimes calm looks like giving yourself permission to rest just for a little while until you know the direction to take. And this is another situation when your thoughts get louder. Maybe you are an overthinker and you overthink, You keep overthinking situations. You worry a lot. You keep imagining the worst. Or sometimes you feel like life is slipping out of your hands. Calm at this situation says to you, slow down. You are safe right now. One thing at a time. Let me give you key points. Just simple key points. What it really means to choose calm. The first key point is calm is a decision, not a mood. You won't always feel calm, but you can act with calm. It's choosing not to shout back, not to panic. It's choosing not to assume the worst. It's choosing not to carry what doesn't belong to you. And here's another key point. Calm builds trust with yourself. Every time you pause instead of reacting, you prove to yourself that you are in control. You start trusting your own strength again. Here is another key point. Calm gives you emotional power. People who stay calm aren't weak. They are powerful. Because when you stay calm, you don't have to give your peace to someone else. Calm protects your relationships. Most breakups, disagreements, fallouts don't happen from problems. They happen from reactions. Calm gives you clearer conversations in your relationships. Whatever relationships you're in, family relationship, work relationship, intimate relationships, it gives you clearer conversations. It gives you softer responses. It gives you fewer regrets. Sometimes you can say something that you might regret and you can't take back. And it gives you healthier connections. Calm is an act of self-love. Choosing calm says, my peace remains. My peace matters. My heart matters. My mental health matters. It's not selfish. It's smart. And it is necessary. I'll give you some simple tips and solutions on how to practice choosing calm. The first is the pause rule. Before you respond, pause for 5 seconds. Calm leaves you that tiny gap between the problem and your reaction. That tiny 5 seconds gap really matters before you react. The next solution is ask yourself, will this matter in 24 hours? The situation you're in, the problem you're in, or your reaction, will it matter in 24 hours? Most things won't. Free yourself from temporary stress. Protect your energy. If someone is draining you, you can take space. You can set boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are gates. Boundaries are gates. They are not walls. So you can set boundaries. You can tell the person, not today. You can walk away. Peace is not rude. It's not rude when you want to take care of yourself and you want to try to walk away. Peace. Choose understanding over reacting. Most conflicts end the moment someone says, I hear you. Let's talk calmly. Be that person, my lovelies. Be that person with that gentility. Be that person with that calmness in him or herself. Give yourself permission to feel. Calm doesn't ignore emotions. Calm simply says, I feel this, but I won't let it control me. Build calm habits daily, like taking deep breaths, short walks under the sun, like journaling, quiet time, that's the best, stretching, drinking water, I would say, turning off your phone. Small habits create peaceful lives. My lovelies, choosing calm doesn't mean your life is perfect. It means you're learning how to protect yourself, how to protect your peace in an imperfect world. Some days you'll do great. Some days you'll slip back into old habits. That's okay. Growth is not a straight thing. Growth is a linear thing. It's a step by step. Healing is not fast. Calm is a practice. You need to keep practicing. That is why you have to have your daily habits to build calm. But every time you choose calm, my lovelies, every time you choose it, you choose yourself, you choose peace, you choose a future that feels lighter, that feels clearer, and that feels healthier. And you deserve that. I will leave you with this inspirational quote. Calm is not the absence of storms. It's the strength to stand through them without losing yourself. Calm is not the absence of storms. It's the strength to stand through them without losing yourself. If today's message touched you, if you're working on your peace, if you're choosing calm in a world that keeps testing you, share your thoughts or your story in the comments. Someone out there might need to hear what you've learned, or I would love to hear how choosing calm has changed your life. My lovelies, until next time, remain calm.